Me think of this, but I flew United a couple of weeks ago, and first of all, if you ever fly, don't fly United for many reasons. One, their planes are old, and you can totally tell. Like when you get on, they smell like your grandmother's closet. You know that smell? Where you're like, Nana? You know, right? The other reason is they have, these flight attendants are always rude. I don't know what it is, but I got on this flight and I grabbed a pillow out of first class. And when I went through, there was like this 3-foot male flight attendant who was like fresh out of the Shire standing there. And he just grabbed the pillow out of my hand and he was like, "These are for first class passengers. You're in coach." You know, I was going to argue, but he had already put the ring on and disappeared. So... And also, I'm sure this won't happen to you, but when I fly United, I always get put in the worst seat in the plane. Usually it's the middle seat between the two biggest guys on the plane that are usually like fresh back from the steroid convention thing. What's the steroid? Major League Baseball All-Star game. So, well, sorry. I'm not good at sports because I'm afraid of needles. So I was getting on this plane. I don't know what made me think of this, but I know what made me think about it. I went to the library to get a book the night before I got on this plane because it was a long flight, but I got kicked out of the library before I could get a book because where I live, the library has this weird rule that you can't scream out loud in the middle of the library, which I'm sorry, but that's kind of hypocritical. If you can't yell in the middle of the library, then don't put pop-up books in the library. I was just minding my own business. I was like, "Oh, Daniel in the lion's den." So anyway, I got on the plane and I sat down and I was going to fall asleep because I didn't have a book. And what I did was I started to fall asleep, but then the little flight attendant dude started making his announcements. He's like, "Can everybody's attention, please? We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop..." He didn't do that. But at one point later, he came down because I hit my call button. It was kind of funny because he was all mad because of the whole pillow thing. And he was like, "You're causing trouble. I'm not even supposed to be up now." And I wanted to say, "Not supposed to be up? You're not even supposed to be out of that chocolate factory, man." I didn't say that because I'm a Christian. So... But I was going to fall asleep, but he started making his announcements, which I don't know if you guys fly a lot, but the two announcements that kind of just seem weird to me is, one, they say in the event of a water crash landing, you can use your seat cushion as a flotation device. Well, I'm sorry, but if I'm ever in a crash, the seat cushion I was just sitting on... I don't want that thing anywhere near me, so... What was the other one? There was another one. Oh, I know what it was. They say in... like when the oxygen mask falls down, I thought oxygen started flowing. But just a couple weeks ago, I was listening to it, and they said you have to tug lightly on the tube to start the flow of oxygen. Well, that's dangerous. We got to rethink that, because who's going to be able to go 10,000 miles an hour into a mountain going, "Ah! Hee hee!" We're yanking that thing out of the ceiling, man. So anyway, so I sat down. I don't know why I told you guys this. I didn't mean to put this in, but I was going to fall asleep. This is actually a good point. I think if you stay positive, God will bless you. And I was wanting a book, and whenever the guy made his announcements, I kind of woke back up and I looked, and somebody had left a book in the seat back, and it was an animal book. And so I thought it was cool because I was finding out how creative God is, because it had stuff like snakes smell with their tongue, and I didn't know that, because I went to public school, so I didn't know anything. But I didn't. And come on, that's creative. Snakes smell with their tongue. And I immediately praised God that we didn't have that, because how awkward would that be, at church going, "Hey, come here." Love your new perfume, right? Flies smell with their feet? That's true. Flies smell with their feet. I'm glad we didn't get that, because I grew up on a farm, right? I'd be like, "Oh." Bees, This is the most amazing thing. I don't know how anybody can deny how powerful and creative God is. Bees, they find pollen, they go back to the hive, they can't speak. What they do is do a little dance in front of other bees, and then they automatically, the other bees know where pollen is. That is amazing. I mean, the bees get back to the hive, and like, na, 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 na. And the other bees are like, oh, the pollen's at a country western bar. So dancing. That's what made me think of that, dancing. So anyway, so I'm dancing around on the elevator, and right? That means the medication's working. So I'm dancing around. The door opens up. All of a sudden, 18 people come crowding through the elevator.